Hey weirdos, good morning, good afternoon, what? Hey, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing awesome. Thanks for asking. So this is going to be a little TikTok made me buy it. I don't watch a whole lot of nail content, literally anywhere. I don't watch it on YouTube a lot. Some people I will watch, but for the most part, I don't watch nail content anywhere. But once in a blue moon, nail content will pop onto my FYP on TikTok, and I have been seeing this company pretty frequently. This is Sundara. I'm butchering this, I'm sure, but here's all their info. So I picked up some stuff. This is not sponsored. This is not PR. I bought this with my own money. I grabbed a couple of colors, but I did see she has low scent dip liquids and HEMA-free gels. And I really wanted to try it and see if these would be a viable option to prevent dip flu. Now, I know that some of you have heard of the term dip flu and wondered what it was, if it was like an illness, if it was like a big deal, or maybe you haven't heard of it, but maybe you're experiencing symptoms and you don't know why. So we're going to talk all about dip flu today, how it happens, what causes it, how you can prevent it, and we're going to test out some new products along the way. If you like this video while you're watching, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Marlakris. I'm glad you're here. If you like nail content, I do this twice a week. Every week, feel free to subscribe. So we're going to jump right in, starting off with the low scent base. I can tell you, the base has literally no odor. I stuck this brush right in front of my face, gave it a big old sniff, which I do not recommend doing, by the way. I do this in the name of science. But I did sniff it along with the top coat. I did smell both. Zero odor. Now, if you're familiar with low scent dip liquids, you probably know that they tend to be very, very slow drying. This one might be the exception. This was a medium dry time, medium consistency. I had literally no problems. This is my new favorite low scent dip base. Now, let's dive in a little bit to dip flu and what that means. Now, I personally have not ever, that I know of, suffered from dip flu, but here's what I know about it. I know that it's typically a reaction caused by the dip liquids, which is resin, aka glue, and it can be very noxious, and what can cause is respiratory symptoms that are very similar to allergies, congestion, sneezing, headaches, scratchy throat, all that fun stuff. And it can really be severe at times. I know plenty of dippers that have to wear big old masks looking like plague doctors because they can't use gels for one reason or another. They're allergic, what have you, and they have to use dip liquids. This might be a fantastic option, although the top coat I was not a fan of. Now, I tried it a couple of times, which I did film, and you'll see it later. We'll talk more about it. But the top coat so far is a no for me. But we're going to also talk about gels, because gels are another viable option in preventing and controlling dip flu. Gel is not the same thing as dip base. Gel is gel and dip is glue. Is it all the same product? Inevitably, it's all plastic. It's really what it comes down to, in different forms with different ingredients. But gel does not have any odor, no fumes, no nothing. You cure it in a lamp, it's not air dried. And so if you're not using those resin liquids, you will not get dip flu. And I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed the gels. The consistency is great. It's on the thicker side, which I like, and I think is very, very beginner friendly. It doesn't have a tendency to flood your cuticles. Of course, you want to apply this gently, thinly. You don't want to go nuts with your liquids ever. So you want to keep it on the thin side, but I think that the viscosity of the gels would be great if you're a beginner with gel. And again, they're HEMA-free. Now, if you don't know what HEMA is, and you've never heard of gel allergies before, this is something that can cause serious skin reactions and nail reactions. It can cause dry skin, itchy skin. It can cause your nails to lift off of your nail bed, which is not fun. And HEMA is typically the culprit for those reactions. Does it happen with everybody? No. Can it happen on your first use with a HEMA product? Yes. Can it happen on your 400th use with a HEMA product? Yes. These allergies come out of nowhere, unfortunately, and once you have one, you cannot get rid of it. You're going to be allergic forever. So there are options, whether you have a gel allergy or a dip flu situation, and I got you both covered in this one video. So I'm activating now. I am not using clear dip powder. I haven't used clear dip powder in quite a while. I just like the look of gel to encapsulate my dip, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. You can use dip powder, if you got clear dip powder, if you want to, but I'm gonna use gel per my usual. So now that I've gotten these all activated, now I'm gonna start playing with the gel liquids, which again, absolutely loved. Do you guys have like a favorite? Or do you use like whatever you have in front of you? I'm curious to know if you guys have preferences when it comes to gels, because I know that dip liquids have always been like, I want thinner, or I like thicker, or I like slow, or I like quick. But do we have preferences with gels? I don't like thin gels. I don't like them. I find for me, especially because my nails are curved, they curve down to the cuticle area. So if I apply my gel and it's super thin, it's going to run right into my cuticle and it's going to be such a pain in the ass. So I like a thicker gel, but you guys will have to let me know down below if you have like a preference. So here is the gel. I'm going to do this ring nail here with the accent, this gorgeous color. I think it's called Snow Angel, I think. The colors are both going to be linked down below, along with everything else I'm using today, just so you guys know. So I'm going to get this gel on the ring nail. I'm also going to do gel application on my middle finger, but we're going to do a little bit of nail art. Is it nail art? Acrylic art? A design. We're going to do a color block, a vertical color block. I'm going to add a little pizzazz to it later, but I really wanted to see two things with the gel. How did it behave with the dip powder? I have no words today. I have so much in my brain, I want to get it all out. Okay, so I wanted to see how it played with the dip powder, but we're also going to do some more science. You guys know I love the science. I wanted to see if there was a difference in the color of the dip powder when applied with the dip liquids versus with the gel liquids. And you're gonna see it all shake out. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 coats of this on my ring nail. I'm doing 2 coats of each color, by the way. When I'm using gel liquids, I do cure for a full minute in between my layers, and you dust off after you cure. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna show you how to color block. So this is how I'm gonna roadmap this for you guys. I'm gonna start with just a line where I think the approximate center of my nail is. I'm using a detail brush just because I'm a little OCD. You super don't need to. You can use just your gel polish base brush to do this. And I'm gonna cover 1/2 the nail in the gel base. I'm gonna do that half first, 2 full pour overs of the pink on the side nearest to the index finger. And then I'm gonna dust everything off. Then I'm gonna do the other side in the glitter. And what you're gonna notice, maybe you won't, maybe you will, I notice it, but it's, right in front of my face on my hands. The gel interacted a little bit with the color, with the pigmentation of that pink dip powder. And I feel like it turned it a little bit. You guys will have to let me know if you can see what I see or if I'm crazy. I very well might be. In fact, popular opinion would state as such. But in any event, let's see if you guys see what I see. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And then I'm going to do some adorable little heart nail art because it is almost Valentine's Day and I am feeling festive. Okay, I have a question for you guys because this has been super controversial lately and I don't know why. It's a moot point, but it is what it is. So Valentine's Day, I know that people are either, and very split, very, very polarizing opinions about heart nail art. Are you guys into hearts at all? Or are you like completely anti cutesy stuff? Typically, I'm of the latter. Do you hear my voice? Hang on. Okay, voice is back. I grabbed me some Gatorade. So I am typically not a fan of hearts and girly stuff. Pink. I'm not a pink person. But I mean, I'm doing black hearts today, so I feel like it's okay. But I'd love to know where you guys are at as far as the cutesy, lovey-dovey, make you want to throw up a little bit nail art stuff. Please don't fight in the comments. Not that you guys would. My weirdos are not like that. But I would love to know, because I am definitely, as stated, I am on the ladder. I do not really enjoy cutesy nail art stuff, but I feel like when the holidays roll around, whatever holiday it is, you get into it a little bit, especially when you see everybody else doing it. You're like, I want to do fun stuff too. So that's why we're doing cutesy little hearts. Let me know down below where you stand on the cutesy heart nail art. So going in for the second side, this is going to be the glitter side. I'm going to do lay-ins for the glitter just because I want maximum glitter coverage. And then I'm going to go ahead, finish curing that, dust off excess. I'm going to come back and I'll walk you through my encapsulation. Got the 2 coats done, got them cured, got them dusted. Now I'm going to encapsulate, which is nothing more than a generous coat or 2, depending on how thin, thick, how much filing you have to do, your personal preference. Just a coat of your gel base and then cure for 30 seconds. This is going to have a tacky layer. If you are new to gel, your gel will come out of the light tacky. Some top coats do not. They're called no-wipe top coats, which I personally love, but most gel-based products will be tacky. It doesn't mean it's not cured. It's probably cured, but it's just tacky. The tack is meant to grip onto your top coat. So for filing purposes, I'm going to highly advise you clean off that tacky layer. You can use alcohol. I use Young Nails Swipe Solution for pretty much everything. But whatever your preference is, whether it's alcohol or swipe solution, you definitely want to take a paper towel or a lint-free wipe with your alcohol solution stuff. Clean off that tacky layer before you file. That will pretty much gunk up your files if you leave that tacky coat on. So clean it off, do your filing, your buffing, your shaping, all that fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do all my filing stuff off camera per usual, but I will leave my entire filing, shaping, and buffing routine down in the box or up in the cards. If you want to check it out, you are more than welcome. After I get all that done, I'm going to show you how I did these adorable little hearts, and we're going to finish up, and I'm going to give you all my final thoughts. got all my filing done. Here is where we are at. Do you guys see a difference yet? When I top coat, you probably will. So I've got some black gel polish on my palette. You can use acrylic paint if you want to, or regular nail polish. I've got my dotting tool, and I'm just going to make 2 dots right next to each other. That's all you need to do with the dotting tool. And then I'm going to take my liner brush that I was using earlier, and I'm just going to connect those dots in like a V shape at the bottom, and just fill it in a little bit to look like a heart. And that's literally all there is to it. There's your heart. And you can make these as small or as big. You can do as few or as many, whatever your heart's whatever your heart's desire is, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to put 3 going down the nail, and this really does a good job of masking any imperfection there might be in your line. If you really wanted to, after you're done with one side, you can file it and make it like super straight. I didn't really care that much, and I knew I was going to put something over it anyway, so I didn't bother, but you can if you want to. So I'm going to go ahead, get these on, and then all we have to do is top coat. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the no wipe gel top coat. I'm going to throw this on 2 nails to begin with. I'm going to put it over the center nail with the hearts, just because there's gel polish on it, and I figured we already have gel polish here. I'm just going to do gel polish top coat. So I'm going to get that on this nail, and I'm also going to put it on the pinky. I'm going to cure for 60. Oh, by the way, I cured the hearts for a full minute. I find black tends to need more time than regular non-black other gel polish. Usually you'd cure for 30. Black I tend to always cure for 60. So I did that. Now I'm going to top coat, and I'm going to cure the 2 top coated nails for 60 seconds. And then we're going to play around with the dip top coat, and we're going to have to talk about it. But in the meantime, do you see a difference yet between the color of that color block nail, the pink side, and the index finger that was done with dip liquids? The middle was done with gel, and the index was done with dip. And I feel like I see a difference. You guys will have to let me know if it's my eyes or if it's all of our eyes. So I'm going to get this cured. I don't even know words today. Is it Monday? No, it's not even Monday. I have no excuse. Okay, I'm going to get these cured, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the dip top coat. All right, let's get into it. Now, I have not used dip top coat in quite a while, but I wanted to make sure I read the instructions just so I'm following her rules. So it says to activate, let it dry for 2 minutes, wipe it off, and then go in with your first coat of dip top coat. I don't think it said how long to wait before you go in with your second coat of dip top. I go back and read these instructions at least 3 times, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I tried it a few different ways. So I got the activator on. I did wait 2 minutes. I am wiping it off with a dry, lint-free wipe as specified. And now I'm going to grab the dip top coat, and I'm going to apply it exactly as she said to. I don't know if she wrote these directions, but it's her company, maybe. Sundara, whatever it is. I am going to apply this in 2 to 3 strokes, moving fairly quickly. You don't want to sit on the nail for too long because this is direct activator contact. And then I'm going to wipe the brush off on my paper towel, both sides, before I go back into the bottle. And now we wait. Again, nothing's specified how long to wait, so I waited about 30 seconds. And then I went in with my second coat, and as you can see, this got goopy real quick, as if the first coat didn't dry enough. So I'm going to wipe it all off with my swipe solution. You could use acetone if you wanted to. And we're going to try it again. And this time I'm going to wait a little bit longer and see if anything changes. So I'm taking this all off. I'm going to give it a quick buff. Now I'm going back in with the activator. Round 2. Activate. I'm going to let this sit again for another 2 minutes. And then I'm going to clean it off again with a dry paper towel or lint-free wipe. Here I am reading the directions yet again. I wish this was more specific. You'd think these would actually be good instructions. This is what I would probably tell someone to do if I were giving instructions myself. But there's no specific time frame on when to wait between top coats, between round 1 and round 2. So I don't know. I'm going to wait 2 minutes this time and we're going to see how it goes. So the application went much better. However, look at this nail. This is not glossy. It is also not dry, and I waited just about 2 minutes at this point. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the top coat. I don't know if it's a me issue or if it's a product issue. Maybe it's a slow drying liquid issue. I have no idea. But in any event, we're going to finish up the rest of the nails with a no wipe gel top because I'm not going to have issues with this. And I'd rather use the gel than use or attempt to use the dip top and just be frustrated, which is another great point because I have noticed that a lot with the low scent dip liquids. The low scent dip top is just not as good. It will never be as good. It has something to do with the formulation and the reason why it's odorless. So my best recommendation, if possible, would be if you have dip flu symptoms, if you are dip flu prone, use your low scent dip base and use a HEMA-free gel top. That is going to be my best recommendation to hopefully prevent your dip flu symptoms. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all top coated and you'll see the final look and get all my final thoughts. So I went ahead and cured for a full minute. Here's the finished look. Can you guys see the difference now? I see it. I know it's there. If you look at the index and then you look at the middle nail, those two pinks are the same color, yet they look so different to me. I don't know. Maybe it's my eyes. In any event, this is the final look. I love the way these came out. And let's go through all my final thoughts about this dip company and their products and a bunch of the points that I made today about dip flu and HEMA stuff and all the things. So powders, absolutely adore these two powders, zero complaints. The gel base, love it. The gel top, absolutely love it. I will use these again for sure. The low scent or the odorless dip base and the activator are perfect. I'm keeping them. I will absolutely use them again. The brush saver I didn't need, so I can't speak to that. The top coat, no. This is going to be a no for me. So just to round out everything we did today, my recommendation for dip flu, grab you a low scent base, grab you a HEMA-free gel top, and you're going to have a much easier time with your dip experience. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.